Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. For today, I have a kind of a complex thought to run by you guys that I think has a lot of value, but it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of process. So I'm going to try to speak slowly and just to get it out there for you guys. So, what you experience in life and your day-to-day experience completely shapes your perception of yourself and your capabilities. So, to give you an example, say there's somebody who was raised rich. They grew up with money. They grew up with their parents that loved them and were telling them like, "We love you. You're great." And they had like a lot of money. They're like, "You're rich. You're amazing." Say they go to school and they have some like athletic ability, so people around them are like, "Oh, you're athletic. You're great." These wins begin to compound for your own self-image, and say in the future you're in these situations where you're being complimented, but say you travel somewhere and you're somewhere else. How do people know that you're the shit? Okay, you can have like some, bright clothes or something, but what ends up happening is, people sense the vibes of how you view yourself. And this is so true because, it's just all about how you view yourself. Like when you're interacting with people, they're like, how do you truly view yourself? You can't hide it behind the ego, and it's a real feeling. And so what I'm trying to say here is like it's very difficult in life sometimes, because on the other end of the spectrum, so say you have like a lot of bad things that happen to you, or let's just say that like maybe on a medium spectrum, that like you had like a pretty good life, and you have those successes, like, and this is like me. So you've had these successes, you've had a great life, you were raised well, but there's also like a lot of setbacks too, and a lot of like negative things. The key thing that I want you guys to take away from this is you can control your own perception of yourself. You don't have to be at the whim of the ocean and like all the different waves that hit up against you and like cause you to feel bad or feel good. You have to proactively do things that make you feel highly of yourself and make you feel really good for yourself. Sorry, I'm like driving morning traffic. And so what I'm trying to say with this is like, you control your own perception, guys. So you got to find those things that like amp you up and make you feel confident. And if you're in situations where like perhaps you lose confidence or you feel bad, you have to go back to those tried and true methods that you have, or things that make you confident again. Because your brain is like a muscle, so whatever you think about on a day-to-day is going to continue to be, fully ingrained in your brain more and more. So like these neural pathways that are formed with thoughts become super highways the more you think about them, which is again why it's so important to craft a positive self-image and to constantly be like working on yourself to be better, to be like, feel really good. Because let's be honest, guys, like on the negative scenarios, we went through all the different scenarios, but on the one where you're just getting beat down by life, like negative thing after negative thing, like how do you get up from that? And say like you have like opportunities, like you have a great job that you applied to, you like talking to people, but they're gonna sense that like negativity on you and that negative view of yourself. And so like this is also why in my current day and situation where I don't like a lot of the, aspects of like, at least especially like the work life, but, I'm constantly like, I have to remind myself that I am the shit. I am great. I'm amazing. And I'm powerful. I'm strong. I'm able to do all these things. This multi-millionaire, super rich guy that I know, he would just, in the mirror every day would just be like, I feel great. I feel terrific. I am amazing. And these positive self-thoughts are so key, guys, in your life. It's so important to be that way and to craft yourself and like actively be a participant in crafting yourself to be better. Again, like this goes to like, the situations may not always be ideal in your life, but do everything you can to cut out like bad vibes, negativity, like weird stuff, and just get into these like routine with quality people, and that's going to help you establish a base to be able to tackle these bigger problems in your life. So I'm very, very, very fortunate to have, you know, a great, you know, person in my life right now where we're doing big things. And yeah, I got like a nice home, like nice dogs, and I'm just like, the support is there. I'm just like floundering because this life right now is very, very difficult. It's a very, very tough time. So I'm gonna anyway, before we like dive into all that, I just wanted to leave you with that, guys. So like, again, and in short and in summary, you have the power to change your own perception of yourself, and that perception of yourself is going to truly craft how you approach future obstacles and opportunities, and whether or not you find success with them. So that's why it's important, guys. Best of luck.